The law of relativity. This one is so simple to understand and still so difficult to remember and apply. Or is it? The law states that nothing we experience is fundamentally good or bad. We decide whether it's good or bad with our thoughts. Going back to the manifestation flow chart that we learned together, our thoughts are what determine whether we believe something's good or bad. And our thoughts may be from ourselves, it may be from our religion, it may be from our families, our culture, who knows? Well, I mean, you can list them and figure it out, but sometimes you don't know, it just kind of is. You've always thought that way. Or it's like almost in your DNA, it just feels wrong or it feels right? But still, that's a feeling. What feels right or wrong to me is different than what feels right or wrong to you. So how does the law of relativity apply to you and your forward thinking or creating the reality that you want? Just the awareness that it's there is number one. And then number two, accepting, moving through those A's, right? Thinking about questioning what those facts are in our lives, looking at the facts as facts and not making anything more or less than it actually is. And then asking the question, is there another way to think about it? Could somebody else think differently about it? What are some examples that you find? I can think of a lot of moral examples. For instance, many religious people feel like you need to be married before you have certain intimacy. Other people have no problem with it. We can see that in the movies. What is it for you? And why is it that way? Okay, another one is breaking the laws. We want to be good citizens. Does that mean you don't ever speed? Or at what point is speeding too much bad? Or is it good? You can take just about everything and see it on both sides. So that's my challenge for you with this law, is start taking a look at how you think and the way you feel like you have to feel about something. Because remember, we always want choice. We don't want to feel like we have to do anything. Once we decide we choose to feel this is good or bad for me, or helpful or not helpful, then you can settle into a place of, because I want it to be this way, not because I have to. Do you see the difference there? So play around with the law of relativity. When something comes up in you and you feel like, oh, this is terrible, is it? Or is that just relative? Is there another way to think that will help you move forward? Of course, now I can hear some of you saying, well, you don't want that toxic positivity, just assuming that Pollyanna idealistic way of living where everything's lovely and you're just kind of living in the clouds. We want, again, nothing better or worse. We want to see things clearly. And so just asking those questions are going to be helpful. What do you think? What is something that you once thought was good or bad, and now you flipped it and you see it completely different as good or bad or helpful or not helpful? I'd like to know. Let me know in the comments.